Today, we're gonna talk about why photography is important in my life. Those of you who don't know, I'm getting heavily rooted in God and Jesus and things of that nature. Life is about purpose, right? And I believe this is a purpose for me. Long story short, there's been two events I've went to before, and one thing that I noticed was there are some people that passed away when a client hired me. Two different clients hired me. In a nutshell, both of them end up losing someone that they love or someone that they knew that they loved. And in these events, this is when it dawned on me that this was my calling. Now, anyone can pick up a camera and say I love photography, blah, 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 but it's more about the art of it. It's kind of like there's a purpose behind it. Like money is part of the mission and why you're going the distance, but the main important objective is why is it important to you? Like, for instance, when it comes to photography in general, right? You can capture a moment someone else can't see. Basically, a camera or the lens on the camera is close to your eyes. It perceives certain things that your eyes from the outside perspective wouldn't see. So like if you're enjoying a moment, sharing a laugh with someone, and the first thing you notice from a photographer's perspective is someone laughing. And that's what I call an off-guarded shot, or a shot where they didn't expect. So those usually turn out the best because you don't have to tell them to say, hey, smile, hey, do this, raise your arm, take your arm down here, put your leg here. You don't have to do none of that. And those come out the best. The reason why photography is more important to me is because it allows me to connect with people. I get to meet people. People find out that I do this. I'm a hybrid shooter. So you know what? I'm gonna say that. I'm a hybrid shooter. So I do photos or photography and videography. More tailored to photography, but I'm decent with the videography side. If you're interested in starting photography or videography, just do it. Just like Nike say, just do it, right? The main purpose of it, the main purpose of doing it is the art behind it, right? But the main important thing that you might be missing is the fact that it might be a calling for you. It might propel you in an area or at a location and perhaps allow you to meet someone you would have never met if you didn't pick up the camera. It might be the sole purpose of why you decide to pick up the camera and help someone else's life out. Now, how? You can sit there and talk about photography, videography, and things of that nature, but it might lead you into a different conversation. See, I'm deeply rooted in God. I always have been. And so I believe if we chase a purpose, then the money comes right after. But the money is for the mission, but the purpose is more important than the money. Because without purpose, what is the point in living, right? If you look at it, a camera and its lens and the lenses that you attach to it, it is a perspective of what our eyes can see to a degree. Like basically look at it this way. You got a 50 millimeter on any brand, right? It's the closest lens to our eye, what we see. So that's why when you put on certain lenses, some shots are tight, some are wide. That's why it warps some people's faces. That's why it thins out your face and things like that. That's why you have to know which lens to pick. That is the eye of the camera, or the iris, right? And like, if you really think about it, the aperture that controls the lights that passes through it is how sharp or blurry something becomes, whether it's in the foreground or the background or even the middle ground. You have to determine all these different things. Our eyes naturally do this. Think about it like this. When you're sleeping at night, you wake up, you go in the bathroom, if you do this, you turn on the light, your eyes automatically close. That's because the light that is passing through your eye, it has to filter. Basically, your eyes are dilated like this. And then when the lights come in, it has to constrict. When it constricts, it allows less light to travel in your eyes, so it won't be as harsh or bright in your eyes. And this is why it's important you choose like your certain lenses to control the environment you're in. I like using that analogy because it makes sense. I mean, everyone knows when you're asleep, your eyes has to get bigger or dilate because you can't see. Well, you don't have a lot of light coming in. That's why your eyes get larger. But then when a lot of light is present, that's why the pupils constrict or get smaller, just so it won't bring in a lot of light and you be doing this number here. This is the same reason why we can't look at the sun. You know, so that's a perfect example. But lenses, lenses are basically like your eyes. And what I like about it is you could be standing at a distance and see someone or something and capture it in its essence, what the subject in its essence. And that's what's so great about photography. It's the art. All the pictures you see online of whatever you're looking for, all of the magazines and newspaper, whatever you're looking at, if it has an image, someone has documented it or captured that moment. And that's what's so special about it. Because you can be at a birthday party, a wedding, some kind of serious or cool event, and you could be the main reason why someone or your photographer captures a picture of you where you didn't expect to see yourself in that light. That's why I think it's so cool, because you never know what you can capture out of it. And sometimes those very pictures that you think they wouldn't like, those would be the very pictures they post online. They put as their profile pictures or cover art or whatever like that. And then you can manipulate. That's another thing. Manipulation can be good if it's used with good intent. Same thing with negative intent, right? Or positive and negative intent. But it depends, because we all are fooled by commercials and things of that nature. But the point I'm making today, the overall point that I want to make today is, if you have an interest in photography and you're procrastinating on if you should go get one or not, you should. My personal story, I was procrastinating. I wanted a camera for years, right? And just because, to see what it was like, whatever. But my main point was to do it after the fact, when the reason why I got it, at least, was for creating or producing beats. I used to make beats, and I still kind of do from time to time, but I produce beats, so I wanted to show people how to make beats, right? I know it's all over the YouTube or whatever, but the whole purpose of me getting a camera, outside of wanting one prior to that, was to show people how to produce beats. So once I dropped that idea, and then it dawned on me that I could use this to capture people's lives, or, you know, animal photography or whatever, that's when I said, hey, I can kind of make some money on the side while I get to where I need to be. And wherever God's called me to be, that's where I want to be. So I say, if it's on your heart, in your mind to do it, go ahead and do it. The best places to go, if you don't go online, is to like pawn shop, thrift stores, or things like that. Of course, you want to inspect it, verify it. You want to do your research and things of that nature. But what's so important is for you to do your due diligence. Make sure you research as much as you need, because every camera don't perform the same. They might look the same or be similar in some areas. Some are stronger in areas than others. You have to determine what that is. Next week, or when I get a chance, I will show you some differences between lenses and how they distort, how they change based on what lenses you mount on the camera. So I got quite a few, so I'll be showing you that. And then sometime, hopefully before Black Friday, I will try to inform you all about what cameras, what lenses, or what is the best purchase. Whether you're purchasing it for someone, or someone needs to find out what is the new vlogging camera, or the best videography camera, or whatever, or photography camera. They all perform at different speeds, rates, strengths and weaknesses. You just have to find out what works best for you. I look forward to talking to you all about it. That's definitely something that I'm looking forward to. Let's see what else I got. Again, the overall message today is, if it's on your mind, if it's on your mind and on your heart to pick up a camera or to purchase a camera, you should go ahead and do it. Because life is not promised tomorrow. You never know what'll happen when you pick up a camera. You never know what you'll discover. It's like a whole new world inside of a world. Everyone knows, or a lot of people know, if you played an open world game, sometimes there's games inside of games. And that's kind of what this is. And you'll discover certain things that you didn't know before. So I just encourage you to go buy your first camera. Mine was $300. It was a Canon Rebel T6i. That's what it was. And I do not own that camera anymore. However, that was the camera that really kicked it off for me. Now I have up to like 4 cameras, something like that. But anyway, it's not about the amount of cameras, it's about how you utilize them and how you utilize the tools that's given to you or you purchase to apply it to whatever situation you're in. Either way, go get that camera. If this video helped you, go ahead and drop a comment, like it. If you don't like it, dislike it, doesn't matter. This is about a purpose, a calling. If this is something that you're interested in, go ahead and do it. I look forward to hearing from you. I'll see you soon. Peace.